Hey everybody, Jane here, and we are doing our first book haul of 2025. Now, to be fair, I did get most of these books in 2024 for Christmas, so I just hadn't had time to film them since the holidays. We also have two books that I got from Goodreads giveaways. As I've mentioned recently, I have been kind of crazy about the Goodreads giveaways recently, and I have been entering a lot of them, which means I've been winning a ton of books, which is so exciting. Although, if you've watched my goals for the year, you know that I'm trying to read books that I own, and so adding to my shelves is maybe not the ideal right now, but it is what it is. I love books. So let's start by opening our book mail, shall we? Okay, so this is the first one that I won from a Goodreads giveaway, and it is Only for the Week. It is a romance, and I believe it is about a girl who meets a guy at a wedding, and they hit it off and start seeing each other. I will tell you, I'm fairly indiscriminate of what I apply for Goodreads, so some of the books that I get are ones that I'm like, that looks good. We'll see if it is. The next one and last one that I got from a Goodreads giveaway is this one. And I have no idea what these are because, like I said, I enter a lot of them these days. This is the retirement plan. 3 wives wanting a new life, 3 husbands in their way. I assume this is some kind of murder mystery, and that sounds amazing and totally up my alley always. All right, so those are the books that Goodreads sent. Now we will get to the ones that I got for Christmas. I will tell you my kids' books are mixed in here, but I will be reading a lot of these as well. So, I didn't decide to separate them because some of them I was like, I'm not even sure whose is whose, but I'm going to read it anyway. So the first one I got is Crescent City. I've never read a Sarah J. Maas book. I have ACOTAR up on my shelf, but I have not read it. So it's one that I plan to read eventually. I just haven't got to it yet. And apparently they thought I needed another one. I will tell you, my sister-in-law is really into romantasy. So she enjoys Sarah J. Maas, and I think I will enjoy it too. They're just so chunky. The next book I got is The Wolf and the Girl. This is one that was not given to me as a present necessarily, but my brother and his wife had gotten it, read it, decided they didn't want to keep it and pass it on. It is about a girl who meets a wolf, and I think he's a shifter, but I'm not entirely sure. And something about they go and make movies in Hollywood, and possibly it's a little bit of a Red Riding Hood retelling. It sounded interesting, at least worth giving a try to. We have Vicious Vet. I have read one other MC Beaton and did not love it. That doesn't mean that I will not love her other stuff, so I'm curious of how I will feel about this. I do love things involving animals and vets, so my hope is that that one hits better. That is one that I was gifted. So let me tell you a bit about the gifting because that will make this make a little more sense. My brother, what he did for Christmas was get us sort of a surprise box. You order it online and they ask you, like, what kind of books do you like to read? And then they send you books that they think you would enjoy based off of your reading preferences. And I know one of the things I put is I love cozy mystery, so I think that's why they chose that book. So a lot of these are not things I would necessarily have chosen for myself or weren't on any wish list. The Crescent City was one I was given from my sister-in-law. And then some of these two are ones that maybe my brother and his wife read and decided weren't for them and passed on. The next one, this is from that book box that my brother got me, is Magic for Beginners. I don't know what this is, but I hope I'll enjoy it. I do like witchy books and fantasy books, so I don't see why not. This is The Invention of Hugo Cabret. This is one that my brother had decided he didn't want any longer, but he thought I might enjoy. And I will say I love the cover. You're seeing the front, but let me come around the side. It's a really cool cover. So it's a pretty one. It's also a thick one. Oh, the next book is 6 Crimson Cranes. I have heard this mentioned before on BookTube. I don't know much about it, but I'm excited to give it a try. This next one is one that my sister got me. It is Neon Gods. I have heard of this author before, and this is one that I had like checked out from the library but never read, and then returned going, I don't know if it's for me. So she thought it would be for me, so I'm going to give it a try now that I own it. This next one is also one that my sister gave me for Christmas. It is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I think I've also heard about this series on BookTube. It looks really fun and rom-com-y. Next, we have Hounded to Death. Again, a cozy murder mystery that came in that box. And I assume there's some kind of dogs involved. There is a person who looks very much like a dog on the front. I am not sure what's happening with this, but it could be interesting. Cozy mysteries generally are only so bad. Next, we have Cat Magic. This was another one that came in that box that my brother got me. And again, I don't know much about this. This might be a shifter type thing. There are definitely witches in it though. The next one, and I believe this is one that my daughter got in one of the boxes that my brother got for us, is The Looking Glass Wars. It's fantasy of some kind, so it looks cool. Court of the Vampire Queen. This is another Katie Robert. So I have 2 Katie Robert to try. And I'll be honest, I don't know where I got that one. It was kind of a chaotic Christmas. This one is one that my daughter was given. I know I've heard about it on BookTube, and that is The Poet X. I had mixed feelings about whether I wanted to read it or not because poetry is not usually my thing, but I've heard really good things about it, so I want to at least give it a try. The next one is one that I got in the box, but I already own, so I'm giving this copy to my daughter because I have a matched box set, and that is Interview with the Vampire. This is by Anne Rice, and it is one of my favorite books from my teen years. I don't know if my daughter will like it as much as I liked it, but I hope she does. This one is one that my daughter got for Christmas, my other daughter, and it is Boyfriends. It's a manga. She loves her manga. That is her thing. I read some manga. I don't usually read the same one she is, but I'm going to give that a try. She also got Blackwater, which is another manga. And again, not necessarily what I would choose, but it's in the house and that's available to me, so I might read it. My other daughter got Carry On. We've actually read this and quite enjoyed it, but she was happy to have a copy of it for herself. She really enjoyed it as well. I don't know if I want to continue in the series, but I did have a good time with this one, and it's so pretty. And then the last book that we have is Undone. And this was, again, another one that was sent in that box that my brother got me for Christmas. So not one that he picked out, but that the bookstore he ordered from picked out for me. So those are the books that are new to our house and being added to the shelf in 2025, and that hopefully we will get to read. So if you've read any of these books, tell me your thoughts. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. This has been Jane. Bye! Pictures and patterns put into words that stream across the